This is my life as a VA for Carissa.
This is your life! It's me sucking you into doing content eventually. God. How many years have we been together?
Almost 4.
4?
Mm-hmm. It'll be 4, I think, in December officially. Yeah.
So we're here today because I needed some moral support. I needed some moral support to go through the meanest comments. Yes, you're going to hear munching because my dog will come in and out as she pleases. We're going to go through the meanest YouTube comments. Now, because I am a little pansy, I didn't even go through these comments myself. Tracy went through all of them for me. Tracy, how was the experience of mining my comment section? Delightful, I'm sure.
So fun. It's just like mind-boggling, I think, what people say online. Yeah. I don't know if you've ever seen, they asked men who thought they could beat Serena Williams in tennis, and like so many people were like, I could do that. That's so easy. And then they actually had her play and they were like, absolutely not. Like, there's no way. And it feels very similar with these comments where people are just like, oh, you have your degrees, like you can sing. And they're like, it's just so offensive. And I think people just don't understand the actual like work you put into these things. And so reading them, I am in your account wanting to be like, like you guys suck, but I'm just like block,
right?
Instead.
Yeah.
The proper appropriate way.
The proper approach here, yeah. Well, and that's the thing is like, what's kind of wild about YouTube comments is like, oh, you have this degree, oh, you have this thing, like sure. What sucks about being on the internet is that when you are discovered by random people in the wild, like it's great for the growth and it's great for the virality, but that's a flash in the pan of exactly what your life is and like who you are. And yes, I have 2 degrees in music, but like I'm gonna say something that's gonna piss somebody off because I'm coming from a different perspective of my training.
Completely. And the thing is, it's all opinions. Like especially with these live reacts video, which is where like all of the comments come from. It's just your opinion and like your thoughts on these things and like what you've studied. And there are so many diehard fans out there who just like stand up for these people so hardcore.
Yes.
And I don't think in any of your videos ever that you've been like, this person can't sing, this person
never
sucks.
Said that.
Yeah, you're just like, oh, like I would have done this differently, or like this sounds like this,
or like man, I wish you would have done that.
Yeah, or I love their voice, I love everything, and people are still like, how dare you? It's just so crazy.
It is, it's wild. And there is a certain part of this where like, because I talked to my husband about this too, I was like, why am I getting such an overwhelmingly negative response? And he was like, it's when you pick apart something that somebody loves.
Yeah.
And you are so good at finding the things quickly. Mm-hmm. And when you find the things quickly, it's difficult for people to reconcile that you are picking something apart that has changed their entire life.
Yeah, and they just don't want to hear it.
Yeah.
Which I think that, you know, any of the things you've said about their music, it's like you can still enjoy that thing that you love and know maybe what they could have done differently. And like those things can coexist at the same time, even though people don't want to think that, you know?
So that, I mean, that's kind of a frustrating thing, I think, for people because I come from such a different perspective and it doesn't make sense to them. I'm gonna go close this actually. This in particular, I kind of obviously got this idea from other YouTubers doing like the I'm reading my meanest comments kind of thing. And the reason why I want to do this is also to kind of maybe highlight to somebody else who is wanting to do this or has done this, or, you know, it's pretty lonely being a content creator. And there's a lot of times where you'll be making content and you don't really have a community to like, you know, lean on. And I've reached out to plenty of live reactors and been like, hey, would you like to collab? I would love to do this. And radio silence. And I think it's just like either I went to the wrong email that was their business email and it was too flooded, or it was like, I just don't have time to do that. And so it can be very lonely and it can make you feel like you have to put your blinders on. So that's an interesting thing. And I am so stoked to read these comments. Let's start off. This reaction was hilarious. I'm not interested anymore. Like, romantically?
I don't know. And I also, like, the video is hilarious. Is that sarcasm?
I don't know.
Or is it real and then just followed by a backhanded, like, I'm not interested. Yeah. It's just like.
And like, oh wow, just like straight off the bat, just like this. It's like non sequitur.
No. Yeah. Everything.
Truly the biggest loss. Yeah. Okay, YouTube comment too. Oh, this is a bigger one. Okay. Oh, the first part. You may be a professional voice person, but your insistence on picking his choices apart are ridiculous. Don't disagree if it's a picking apart and it's like, I'm not enjoying the full picture. Get it? Every other voice person who has ever reacted to this recording has claimed that it is the greatest they have ever heard. And I agree with them. You are definitely wrong when you said you thought he was nervous in the beginning. Now, I think this is probably the very first video that got viral, which was the one where he's singing in the bus, and that was Marcelito Pomoy. I'm guessing that's what it's from.
Yeah.
Marcelito Pomoy is an incredible singer.
Mm-hmm.
He is untrained, but he's a wonderful mimic, and he didn't need lessons because he, like, existed in that spot.
Yeah.
Now, there's one thing in particular that I wanted to
all other
to.
voice people.
Thank you. That's actually what I was gonna say.
All other voice people.
All other voice people. So when I first started doing live reacts, I actually got a very lengthy message from one of my followers who was like, yes, if you want to do this live react thing, like, I know how to get you there. Like, I will help you pick out all the videos. Like, and then he gave me a long soliloquy on how I had to rate people. And how I had to make certain people go higher than others, and I couldn't say bad things about these people.
Yeah.
And I realized that the live react community sometimes is not genuine.
Yeah.
And is staged for certain singers that they want to push a certain way. I'm never going to do that, and when I read that message, I was like, I'm never going to be the live reactor that just placates somebody. I'm going to give my real opinion.
Yeah, why would you take your time to make the content to then just give like a fake post?
And I don't want to do that. I genuinely like love watching people sing really well.
Yeah.
Like, that is something that just lights me up. I love doing that.
Yeah.
Comment 3.
Yeah.
Hard to believe that someone with your expertise has never heard of David Phelps. Oh, this one was a rough one. You are way too critical of a phenomenal tenor. He is a phenomenal tenor. He's got a gorgeous voice. I loved hearing his singing. I hated his breath choice.
Yeah.
And I'll say that candidly on this video. I just really didn't like where he breathed because I was like, oh man, that like legato line could have been done like really cool, and like he might have been coached to do those choices. That's a stupid personal preference.
That's it.
And it's a silly, stupid person. Like, I will just admit it.
Yeah.
It's dumb. It's a dumb preference. This guy rocks.
Yeah. And wait, what else did you say?
There's no debate. There's no debate that this
it's
guy rocks.
Also hard to believe that you've never heard of them. Like,
I like how Tracy says them again with the sass that she read them in.
I'm just like, I can't. They're like, I just cannot believe that. So you've clearly watched like multiple things of his singing, and you hate him specifically. So he made this live react specifically
for this guy.
Yeah.
No, he's great. I really enjoyed a lot of the choices he made.
Mm-hmm.
And like, especially when he went into his like high operatic voice, I was like, heck yeah, that's amazing. But people like to cherry pick all the mean things I say.
Yeah, yeah. Or like, you're too critical. I don't know. Isn't that kind of the point of these videos?
This is the point of the videos, right?
Isn't that kind of the point?
I don't know, man. You fool! You fool! The man behind has his mouth open because he's old, not because he is dumb, as you seem to think. Also, he was very good singer in his time. Show respect. Here's the thing about this too, where I will say I fail as a live reactor. I'm ignorant. Actually, I weigh in as live reactor. I'm ignorant, but I go into my live reacts ignorant.
Yeah.
So that I can react totally, like, naked reaction. Like, that's exactly what you're gonna get.
That's the point. Yeah, there were a lot of comments of like,
how could you not know this person?
Yeah, there's somebody in the audience.
Yeah.
And they're like, no, this person was classically trained for 25 years. And it's like, first off, that's not even who we're talking about.
Yeah.
But also, again, that you don't know every single person. Shocking. Also, with just like, when people comment mean and they can't do like proper spelling or punctuation.
Because they're angry, they're passionate.
Yeah, there's so many of them. And I'm just like, right, you're like reading it and you're like, I can't even really get the vibe of how mad you are because it's really hard to read. Like,
I get it.
Yeah.
I just love the way it starts. You fool!
Yes,
Because so much conviction. I love that.
And they were like, I nailed that one.
I nailed it.
Yeah.
I hope he did a hair flip after it, a beard flip after it. But yeah, no, and the thing is like, he's right. There's a lot of these videos where I make comments that are totally ignorant of exactly who's in these videos because I don't realize that there are like generations of these crossover like singers that are like in the room and this is a huge monumental event, right?
Mm-hmm.
Again, it's like people are watching me out of context and I'm watching other things out of context. And that's where the big disconnect happens.
Show respect.
Oh, this is another one. This is another big
There's a handful, yeah.
Oh, I just quickly looked at it and the last line is take care.
Yeah.
Can't wait. Okay. Let's see how this goes. Oh, God. Unintelligent is the last description you need to use on this performance. He's not nervous. He has well mapped out the performance, like so many others, in a dramatic presentation. Gauged on the professionalism of the many reactions from various vocal teachers over the years that I have watched, I have never left a negative comment on any reaction of the many genres I view. It truly saddens me to say this, but you have lost this viewer. BTW, the elderly gentleman you were making fun of was dying and tried his best to attend this concert. He died just a few short days later. No!
Emotional,
Respond
damn it.
if you choose.
Yes.
I have responded. You have the right to disagree with my assessment. Take care. I don't hate that comment. I don't hate it. It's well thought out. It's written well. It's to the point. It makes sense. It is emotional in a way that makes sense to me. And you know what? It picks apart the things that I don't do well because I'm ignorant. Because I don't know. I don't know these people. I don't know who they are. And I don't know where they're coming from. And that is something that really is a frustrating thing about being a live reactor on YouTube. It's like, you really are seeing a flash in the pan. You don't know what's really happening.
Completely.
So, God bless. God bless. This is me responding saying, you're right. You're right in your regards.
Yeah.
Take care. Take
yeah,
care.
you also take care.
Take care,
Also-
man. Oh yeah, this is a short one. Calling the gospel choir full of legends biddies is also disrespectful and unprofessional. Now, I read this comment recently.
Yes.
I've thought about this comment spiritually. Spiritually. I'm not even joking. Spiritually, I have thought about this comment. Now, I looked up what the word biddy meant because I've been using it casually for years.
Yeah.
The word biddy, I thought meant crone.
Yeah.
Old woman. And then I looked up the commentary about what the connotation is, and I was like, oh man, that actually is kind of negative.
It's
Dang. And it's true, like that chorus would be picked out of like industry professionals. So yeah, bad on me to call them biddies. Like maybe that's a thing that is more like a slur and not an actual comment. That it's like me looking at the people, right?
Yeah. Learning now, good. But I also don't think when you say these things, you're intentionally being disrespectful in any way.
No.
So.
And I know that a lot of those people probably had like incredible careers where they were placed in stages that were probably way higher than I'll ever be. That's okay.
Yeah, that's okay. We'll be all right.
That's okay.
Yeah. I think that number 7 might go with that.
Oh, it goes with it. Okay. Ooh, there's a follow-up to the comments about sexy are incredibly inappropriate. So, I'm a little weird when I describe music. I say the words delicious and sexy a lot, and I don't mean it in the carnal way.
Yeah.
I mean like, ooh, that's a sexy sound.
Yeah.
To me, that's like, that is an alluring sound. That is a sound that makes you want to listen to more. And I can understand how that would be like, because it was a Christian-based thing, wasn't it?
Yeah, that might be why.
Yeah.
It was
it was a worship song.
Yeah.
Oh, Holy Night?
Yeah, I think it was.
And I said the word sexy in that video, girl.
But I get it. Like, I think out of all the comments, they're the only person to have said that. Also, I love that they had to put 2 comments. They couldn't just say it in the same sentence.
No. Because they were impassioned. They were mad.
They were very mad the first time you said sexy. And they're like, and you also said biddies? I can't.
She can't.
Yeah.
She's gone.
I can't.
That's fine. That's okay. You don't have to like my stuff, man. All of these covers give me a cringe feeling. No one but Cher should ever since this song. They ruined it. Okay?
They should never sense the song ever again.
They should never sense the song. So covers are a big part of music.
Huge.
Huge part of music. Cher did make that song, Believe, iconic.
Yeah.
And we love that for her.
But nobody can ever cover it again.
No. This is a Don Henley thing. Don
Yeah.
Henley also hates when people cover stuff. Okay.
Really?
Yeah, I think is it Don Henley it's the creator for the Eagles?
Yeah,
the writer
yeah.
For the Eagles?
Yeah.
He like hates when people cover his stuff, or he like he's really like on the side of like copyright and like infringement stuff.
Wild.
So yeah, this is a Don Henley case.
Yeah, oh my gosh. So many strong opinions.
A lot.
Yeah.
A lot. It's the internet.
Yeah.
We have to remind ourselves it's the internet.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, next one. Never skip section from any metal song. This is why I'm leaving immediately. Totally disrespectful. ...
How dare you?
I skipped the metal part because it was, to me, as a singer, an instrumental in between the voice.
When you're critiquing the voice and reacting to the voice, I think that that's okay to skip the music part. But apparently not.
It's not. And that, honestly, when I got those comments over and over again for that Nightwish video, that's why I stopped reacting to Nightwish.
Yeah.
I love their music and they rock and they're so cool, and I love all the singers that they have all through the years, like all the eras they've had. I am terrified of Nightwish fans.
Yeah.
I'm scared.
I'm
scared of them.
That, and you want to say, is it Dimash also?
Dimash fans are insane.
Yeah. Absolutely insane.
Okay, so just a quick question. Out of all of the comments that you've read, who are the singers that have the most rabid fans?
Oh gosh.
You've learned so much.
I'm like Dimash, totally.
Uh-huh.
And then your Oh Holy Night. I don't know who sang that.
David Phelps.
Okay. So many people on that one. So many comments. And then those are probably the worst 2 that I've seen as of late, which is also wild because some of the videos are from like 3 years ago.
Yeah.
You know, you'll see things that are so old and they'll still just somehow like resurface on people's, YouTube channels, and then they read them and I'm like, oh my God. And then like one person will comment and then all of a sudden you'll get a whole bunch of comments again. Mm-hmm. So
yeah,
I'd say those are probably the worst 2 that I've seen in terms of like intensity. Mm-hmm. And they're like, even other people are like, oh, you better watch out for their fan base.
And see, that to me is like, I don't want to placate a fan base.
No.
I want to tell you what I think about the singer. And no negative comments were necessary. His live performance was flawless despite you or anyone else thinks. I'm guessing this is based on the Dimash video from the Tokyo recording. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Here's the thing, guys. I know that his vocals were probably live. What I'm saying is that there was a sync issue. I think it was just that there was a sync issue and it wasn't syncing up exactly. And maybe it was like uploaded differently, or maybe I was, had headphones that were slightly different, but it looked like it was slightly out of sync. Mm-hmm. And so I was like, oh, this might be something where he's recreating the visual, but the vocal is something that he recorded at another time, right?
Yeah. I want to say, you are so, like, you're trying to defend yourself so hard, and you don't have to, because, like, it's okay. You're like, no, I think it was because actually the earbuds, and maybe it was just me on my end. These people can't hurt you. I've blocked them all, okay?
These people can't hurt you, so they can't hurt you anymore.
They can't. I've taken care of them for you.
No! Okay, next comment. God, what a good moment. Dude, get off the breathing thing. So obnoxious. I've never seen anyone harp on such a tiny thing, let alone coming from the greatest tenor of all time. LOL.
It's the LOL at the end for me.
Yeah?
They're just like, I'm just gonna say, let me just like beat into you and then be like, LOL though, like,
that's
actually don't hit me back with a mean comment because I wouldn't. Oh my god. Have you ever seen the movie Hereditary? Because that's what that felt like.
Oh, because she was itching herself.
Oh, it felt like she was like trying to bust in.
You're scary, yeah. Can you lay down?
I know.
Can you lay down? Yeah.
As people are like, oh, you guys have never met in person, don't get murdered.
Don't get murdered.
Right? Joke's on us, it's both of us.
Yeah, both of us get murdered. Yeah.
But we completely random third party outsider. Like,
God. And it's my
you're sweet little doggy.
You're doing great.
You're so
you know what? You can sit right here.
Yeah,
if you feel comfortable,
perfect.
you can just do that. God, that was terrifying. I'm not gonna.
Oh, okay. At first I thought it was like your husband coming home or something.
I thought he was like messing with me.
Yeah.
Hereditary.
We had a moment there.
We had a hereditary moment, man. Okay.
Yeah. After I was like, these people can't hurt you.
These people can hurt you. Guess again, bitch. Oh, God. Okay.
LOL. Get off the breathing
Dude, get off the breathing thing.
LOL.
Just at the end. LOL.
So
love that.
Also, the greatest tenor of all time.
Of all time.
I hate when people say that.
I do too.
Of all time for like anything.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, do you really know that?
It's like never, ever, ever, ever would I. But like, you don't know that.
Yeah.
You don't know that.
Right.
Never say never.
Have you listened to everybody ever?
No, because I sure as heck haven't.
Yeah, hard
Clearly.
to believe. Yeah, clearly.
But yeah, it's the sensationalism that gets me about live performance.
Yes, totally.
That's what gets me, is like, it's not of all time.
Yeah. No, never.
Next comment. Oh no, next comment. Actually, that's hilarious.
Yeah.
Woof. Did you comment this, ma'am?
Yeah, she was just like, actually, I really liked the video.
Actually, woof.
This was nice, yeah. Woof.
How did you feel about that? Is that why you banned it? Because you were just like,
yeah, I was just like, I mean, I don't even honestly know if I blocked this person. It was just one of those that was like, okay, that says a lot. Like, they're like, I don't even know what to say. Just woof. Like, all right. And then like next, I'm like, it's almost less mean. Like, I respect that more than a lot of the other comments.
Woof.
Yeah.
Woof. Oh, God. Next comment. OMG.
This is a, oh wait, no.
This is
not a good one. No, okay.
Good.
This one is weird though.
They're all weird.
There are, yeah.
OMG. I am so glad I heard this when you won't read this comment because... Okay, let me start that again. OMG, I am so glad I heard this when you won't read this comment because I thank God Almighty you are not my mother. Yuckies.
Yeah! Yuckies!
What does that mean?
What does that mean?
Do you need to talk to your mom?
Right, like how is that related to anything that would have happened in any of your videos that like, I'm so glad I heard this when you won't read this comment.
Because I was too big. I was too
right,
big to
yeah,
read.
You're like, I'm not even gonna reply. I don't have time for this. I thank God Almighty you are not my mother. Yuckies.
Yuckies.
At what point were you going to be their mother?
Today.
Yes.
You're gonna learn today.
Oh my god. Yuckies.
Yuckies. Hello.
Yeah. Whoa.
That was comment 13. Lucky 13.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Can you do it? Can you sing like him? Like Marcely de Pomeroy? No. Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
These are the comments when I'm like, well, can you?
Can you?
Like, who commented that? I'm like, I doubt that you sing.
Can you?
Dude, where's your YouTube channel?
Where's your resume?
Yeah. Where are your 2 degrees?
Please,
huh?
show me your resume. I would love to see your resume, please.
Yeah.
Show me
Also,
that you sing Papageno, please. Yes.
I doubt this person has watched any of your actual original music.
Probably not.
So, can you do it? Can you sing like him? Like, not like him, but you can sing very well. So, like...
Yeah. Can you do it? Can you sing like him? Can you take me higher?
Okay.
Like, oh man, come on. And that's why I made that video of Dimash, like, react. I, like, did a Dimash compilation video.
Mm-hmm.
And I did a Dimash compilation video because I wanted to see all these high notes that people were kind of obsessing over.
Mm-hmm.
So I reacted to that. And of course people hated that it was a compilation. I wasn't watching a video pure.
How dare you?
Yeah, how dare. But secondly, I actually like tried to imitate some of the sounds because I was like, oh, how high is he really getting?
Mm-hmm.
And like I did that kind of for this. Like,
yeah.
I did that kind of for those comments to be like, I'm a coloratura soprano.
Mm-hmm.
I do this too.
Mm-hmm.
I promise I'm not just some asshole. I mean,
Yeah.
I am some asshole, but like, you know, I'm not like the asshole.
No, but it's still like, it just, no matter what, it's just not good enough for them.
Next comment. Show us this emotion that you are mentioning. Prove us the emotion you are looking and try to prove us that you can apply that emotion while belting this song. Keep your own opinion to yourself. Don't be such a perfectionist if you knew to yourself that you can't do it.
The longest run-on sentence ever.
Here's the thing.
Prove to us to prove to us.
Here's the thing. I do understand that there are a lot of people around the world that are commenting on my channel and they are bilingual, trilingual,
Yeah.
and they can speak way more languages than I can. And hats off to them for that. Being insulted in broken English is the funniest and also the most heartbreaking.
Yeah.
Because you're like, they took together and cobbled words so, like, harshly.
Took that time and energy fully
to just be like, you suck. So let's read that again just for a little recap.
Yeah.
Show us the emotion that you are mentioning. Prove us the emotion you are looking and try to prove us that you can apply that emotion while belting this song. Keep your own opinion to yourself. Don't be such a perfectionist if you knew to yourself that you can't do it. That sounds like slam poetry.
Yeah, if you knew to yourself that you can't do it.
If you knew to yourself that you can't do it, should be on a t-shirt.
Yeah. Is that the new merch?
Is that the new merch?
I'll get on it.
I got it.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I will say there's also so many comments that aren't even in English I can't even take the time to translate, and who knows what some of those say.
I wouldn't.
Yeah.
I would just let that be its own thing.
That's their own thing.
Let them do that.
Yeah.
Next comment. Listen to him again, because listening to you sure didn't show us that your voice comes anywhere near what him can do. Give the man his props, Miss Musician. LOL! Exclamation, exclamation point, exclamation point, 1.
1. Miss Musician.
Love that one.
Oh my god.
Love that one. And here's the thing, like, no, I can't do the same mimicky things. However, I have been singing for over 2 decades, and I think my voice can do a lot of stuff.
Also, give the man his props. You did.
Absolutely. I have never said in a video, I hate this singer, they're awful.
They can't sing
they
at
can't
all.
Sing. Never.
No.
Never.
No.
Ever.
This was probably from a video where, like, you know, there's like a 30-second section where you're like critiquing something. And they're like, give him props though.
Mm-hmm.
You're like,
dead. Okay. Yeah. Next comment. Give me a break. Can you do at least half of his talent?
Can you though? Can you do half of his talent?
A fourth is all I can get.
Yeah.
Moving on. Oh no, there's caps in this one.
Mm-hmm.
This is the first one that we've seen with like full caps.
Yeah.
Okay, this
Yeah.
is impassioned. He could have added a little more. He could have added a little more. God, you're so hypercritical of his performance. That's why I only tolerate voice teachers, coaches, and their whoa. That's why I only tolerate voice coaches and their venom with a grain of salt. Very disrespectful to a talented young man like Marcelito. What did he ever do to you? What did he ever do to me?
I mean,
He gave me a lot of views.
yeah, he actually.
I like that guy.
Yeah,
He gave me
not
a lot
mad
of
though.
views.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a great dude. And he's
Oh,
like
good.
really funny and really cool. And he's like got a really cool voice. And he's
Yeah.
a really wonderful mimic. But he's a mimic.
But
He's a mimic. He's a wonderful singer and he's a mimic. Like, he's very good at doing that. And yeah, he rocks. And he's also given, and here's the thing about this community, the Live React community, is I have learned so many cool things about these singers.
Mhm.
Like, Marcelito Pomoy in particular is a person who, like, has given back to his community in such a cool way. And he like, came from, like, nothing,
Yeah.
which is so cool.
Right.
I still like his voice.
Yeah.
I still like his voice. And yes, take everything that the internet says to you with a grain of salt. God bless.
Everything. on the
God
internet.
bless, man.
Yeah.
Next comment. Ooh, this starts with a nice complimentary sentence. Hi, friend. As a rule, people see in others the shortcomings that they have in themselves, from which I conclude that in your profession, you often have to synchronize your lips and perform little live. All the reaction you were concerned about was this question. Okay, it started great.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm having a stroke towards
Yeah.
the end.
That you have never had to synchronize your lips and perform live. That you've done that little live. Like, you don't ever perform live, which you do 3 times a week. Like,
Huh. And here's the thing too, yeah, like lip syncing to your own music, like, yeah, I get that that's like a hard thing, and like, I definitely suck at it. Dimash is probably way better at it than I am, but like, I get that. All the reaction you were concerned about was this question. Oh, what they're saying is like, that's the only thing you were concerned about during this live react. Like they were mad that I like focused on that.
I mean, it kind of affects the whole performance, though.
I was curious. I was trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
Maybe I shouldn't have focused on it.
Also, the whole beginning, like, as a rule, people see in others the shortcomings that they have themselves. So, like, you focusing on that is because you are insecure about apparently lip syncing live.
Yeah, if we're gonna
That's why you hardcore focused on that.
Yeah, if we're gonna take that back. Yeah, it's weird. It's weird.
Hi,
man.
friend.
Hi, friend. Starting that out just sarcastically, sardonically is great, isn't it? Hi, friends.
Always.
Next comment. That's gonna be fun to edit. Yeah. Shut up! Wait. Shut up! I think it was probably said that way. Shut up! Shut up! Right?
Yeah.
3 months ago. Shut up. Okay.
Alright.
Cool. It's the internet, man.
It's always just like,
It's gonna be a lot of people.
why this person like took that time to even comment that, you know?
I don't know, man.
It's just people have so much free time. They need to go outside more.
Touch grass.
Yeah.
Next comment. And she has 2 degrees in music, where our guy has a doctorate. Which I'm guessing they're talking about David Phelps, maybe, because David Phelps, I think, did get his doctorate, and it might have been at Baylor or something like that. I don't know. But here's the thing. Yeah, some singers are gonna have higher levels of education than I am. I'm coming on the internet as a professional singer. Now, what is constituted as a professional singer? You get paid to sing.
Yeah.
Like, literally, that's it. That's the threshold, guys. That's the threshold. That's it. You get paid to sing.
And there's so many people who have no education in music also.
True. Who do live reacts.
Yeah. Or there's also people who have doctorates who suck.
Who can't sing.
Just because you have the degree doesn't mean you're actually good at the thing.
True. And you know what? I say the 2 degrees thing to kind of vet myself, but like, like, honestly, I could totally suck.
Yeah.
You're not wrong. But I also have an entire playlist where it shows off my voice.
Yeah.
Right under live reacts. And I'm like,
right.
okay.
Here's the receipts.
Okay. Next comment. How snide. You must be so proud. Wrong way to claw out a successful channel. Ooh.
Yeah.
I feel like Yzma said that to me.
Yeah, right?
What is
What
the
a-
Yzma voice? Crunk!
Yes.
How snide!
Yeah.
You must be so proud. Wrong way to claw yourself. We claw out a successful channel. Like, that sounds like a miserly, angry, like
100%. Also, I'm sorry, is 23,500 followers not successful?
It's not, man.
It is though. It's very much successful. Because I doubt they have that many followers.
No, they don't. And like the thing, or they might.
Maybe they do.
Maybe they have another channel.
And
This
they
is their
probably
burner
have a
channel.
doctorate.
They probably have a doctorate.
Yeah.
They have a doctorate. They have a 50,000K subscriber channel.
100%.
Yeah. And they're also Mother Teresa. 100%.
Absolutely.
100%.
Absolutely. Yeah.
How snide, you must be so proud. Honestly,
I'm proud of her, even if she's not herself.
tell me that they can't hurt me.
Yeah, they can't.
Just tell
I
me.
promise you, they won't hurt you. They can't.
Oh my god. They
Just
can't hurt me.
imagine the knocking on the door happening again.
They can't hurt you.
Yeah, I can't hurt you.
Oh gosh, Jesus. Next comment. This is our penultimate comment. This is the second to last one, right?
I think so.
So we have 24 comments. This is our second to last
Yes.
one. Just letting you know.
Yeah.
Just letting you know.
Yeah.
Thank goodness! Another know-it-all, but knows nothing, analyst to whom I don't have to subscribe and waste my time. Crying, laughing face, rolling eyes.
You don't have to waste your time subscribing, but you did making this comment.
It takes more time to write out a comment than to click a subscribe button.
Yes. Yeah. To just go to the next video. Like, they actively clicked on this video too, to watch it, made the comment, and put in all that energy. But another know-it-all who knows nothing.
Another know-it-all, but knows nothing. That's a t-shirt too.
Yeah, yes, yes.
Another know-it-all, but knows nothing.
But knows nothing.
That's
And then on the, what is it? If you do know, then you don't, or like, what is that?
Oh, oh man.
Yeah, but if you know, then don't you know, or something like that. And then
If you know,
another
then you don't
know-it-all,
know.
who knows, but knows nothing.
Just all of these comments on a t-shirt.
Yes, I would, yeah. You could do that, like a graphic tee kind of thing, just all over the place.
Right.
Next. Yeah.
Next. Okay, this is our last comment.
Yeah.
This is our last one. Thank you for compiling these for me.
Of course.
I think I would have died if I had to compile all
Oh, anytime, like, I remember when you released one of your videos, I was like, have you seen the comments roll in? And you were like, no, I'm not looking. I was like, good, good, good. Don't look yet. Like, not until I've gone through all of them. Because, like, we have certain words blocked because we also just don't want, like, super hateful things. But then it's like, there's, like, a second barrier of, like, let me go through and process some of these.
Second wind.
Yeah. Some of them are just terrible.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah.
Yeah, and the thing is I used to read all my comments, and I do make a time to actually read a lot of them, and I try to read the ones where people are really validating those and stuff like that. I have been told by some content creators they don't read any of their comments, and they never will. And they never will.
Yeah.
They just don't. They have
and
an
you
entire
reply
team.
to them too.
I reply, I do like little hearts, especially if I agree with it, but it's like something that's like a critique. I'm like, yep, got me there. Like, yep, sure. Yeah, makes sense. Yeah. But it's hard to do because it's really it's difficult work, and it's odd to think of it as work, but it's like imagine going into your workday, your 9 to 5, and the first thing that you gotta do is open up your comments in the YouTube section and just look through all the mean things people say to you.
Mm-hmm.
And like that's what you're getting paid for. But you don't get paid for it.
Right.
Because you're just making whatever.
Yeah.
You know?
And there are also very nice, great comments as well.
Yeah, they're really great supporters and lovely people.
Yeah. It's just the bad ones that always stand out.
It's always
it's like, just that one little kick.
Yeah.
You're like, that's so rude.
It's true.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you guys right now, for anybody who doesn't know, I have 23K subscribers, so 23,000 subscribers. I want you guys to know I am not making a lot of money off this. I don't make money off these videos because they're all copyrighted. And yes, I have tried to fight copyright issues. It's impossible to do, and it's really hard to mitigate. And original content is really what you want to do if you're going to be on YouTube. I have made a total of, for having this YouTube channel for over 10 years, I have made a total of $400 from YouTube.
She's this close to retiring.
I'm so close to retiring. I'm so close to retiring.
Yeah. I think that's like another aspect of content creation, also just like being like an online kind of like personality. People totally assume that like everything you do in these videos is like making you so much money, and I imagine that also adds to their like
frustration.
Yes, to be like, oh, she's making money on like ragging on all these people,
or she's just sitting at home being lazy.
Doing this,
like,
and you're like, cool, you made like 2 pennies. If even.
Yeah.
And like on all, like you said, all the live reacts are all copyrighted.
Yeah.
So you don't get anything. But yeah, it's just like, I could see that adding to people being like, oh, she's just like doing all these terrible things, which she's not. You're not. Like, and then being like, oh, and she's making money off of it. And it's not true. For so many people out there. I don't even know like what the level is to get a decent amount of money from like something like YouTube or, you know, TikTok or things like that. It's just insane levels.
It is. It's a huge amount, and it's like the top echelon of every single content creator pool is going to make anything that's livable, and it's like it's a huge disparaging gap.
Totally.
With that being said, let's read our last comment for the day.
Yeah. Yeah.
Talk about sacrilegious. And that was on probably the David Phelps video, the Oh Holy Night.
I think it was on the Mary Did You Know?
Oh, I could see that.
Yeah.
I could see that. See, and the Mary Did You Know one, so full lore of my channel. The Mary Did You Know video was the very first video that I had any virality with.
And it's so good. It's so good.
All of the lyrics were written by one of my previous mentors,
Okay,
Sydney, and she wrote all of them for me, and she came to me and was like, hey, do you want to do this as a video? And I was like, that's hilarious. Yeah, I'd love to do that. It's funny. And there are some people that have told me they come back to that video every single Christmas and watch it.
There are so many comments like that. They're like, I literally have this saved to come back and watch every Christmas. Yeah.
And it is the Christmas gift that keeps giving.
Yeah.
I get a little bump every Christmas.
Yeah, right.
I get a little Christmas gift.
Your $2 monetization on
exactly.
it. Yeah.
It's amazing. But yeah, no, and like I enjoy YouTube. I've had a YouTube channel since I was in high school. And that YouTube channel in particular, super important to me because there's a lot of archived moments for me.
So sweet.
And of course, as Tracy and I know, recently that YouTube channel was hacked. So that was fun. So we moved over a lot of the information. Tracy is still going into the integration process of that. So shout out to Tracy and her business. Thank you so much for doing that. You're amazing. I'm sure I'll put links everywhere for you. But super helpful to have somebody like that on a channel like this that really has a lot of variability. And so I had some hackers take it over. I have recovered it fully. We have recovered it fully with the YouTube partner program. So I'm very lucky that I was part of the partner program to make that happen. But as a result of getting hacked, I kind of went on a little bit of a trip myself mentally. And I've talked to Tracy about this a little bit, but I wanted to make an announcement officially that as of now, and for the foreseeable future, I will be taking a break from live reacts. I love watching people sing. I love seeing amazing singers do amazing, wonderful things with their voice. I'm not in a place where it feels like content that feels like it's giving my company and my business and my students anything. It feels like it's creating more damage than anything else, and it is something that I go in totally ignorant of that singer, and I know that there's a lot of problems with that because there's a lot of comments that I make offhandedly that I just don't know what's happening in the full picture or breadth of the video. And so I've decided to take a step back also because I feel like it doesn't really align with my teaching philosophy and the way that I do things. I love teaching people how to sing. I'm never going to say those comments to somebody who I'm teaching singing to. I'm never going to say something blatantly like that. These people are industry professionals, and anything that I've said to these industry professionals, I think I would be comfortable saying to their face because they'd be like, oh, no, like it was this on that day. And I'd be like, oh, that makes total sense. But it's not a place where I feel that I need to give my opinion in that way right now. And the comment section has been so overwhelmingly really frustrating for me to deal with as a content creator, and it's taken up so much of my time and psychic energy that it is something that has kind of spun out to a place where it doesn't feel like it aligns right now. Maybe down the road I'll come back to them, but this is also my video to announce that I'm going to be taking a unforeseeable future break from live reacts. Tracy, thank you.
You're so
for being here. By the way, this is the first time we've met ever, if we didn't already mention that. So again, big shout out. You rock. Thank you so much. LOL.
Yeah. LOL. Yuckies.
Yuckies. LOL. Yeah. You want to say yuckies and LOL too? You tried to be in on it.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. We know.
Oh,
You're the terrifying
fun. Yuckies.
Yuckies, man.
Yuckies.
Anyway, yuckies.
Yuckies.
LOL.